Hey everyone, welcome to Inspire Africa with me, Jerry Fisayo Bambi. On this episode, we begin a series on girls' education and women's leadership. We hear stories of women entrepreneurs, leaders and actors who are moving the lines for the empowerment of women. First in Chad with Sultan Ibrahim and in Niger with Hassan Zouera. We also hear the ultimate goal and dreams of girls' education and female leadership in Mauritania. Plus, in Benin, where microcredits for women are helping to change lives.
The program has impacted more than 100,000 beneficiaries, for the majority who are, of course, women.
This is Inspire Africa. Now, Sultan Ibrahim was forcefully married off at the age of 14, robbing her of many dreams and freedoms. She, however, did not give up. Today, she is the founder of a women's group that is ensuring that women across her community and across Chad are empowered. Here is more on her story.
In Chad, it is estimated that more than 50% of the country's 16 million inhabitants are women, according to the latest census. More than half of this population live in rural areas where life is becoming increasingly difficult for women, especially young girls, in areas far from the main cities. In the sub-district office of Mani, less than 200 kilometers from the capital in Jamina, a brave woman who is a victim of child marriage is fighting for the empowerment of this locality. Early marriage has consequences. The girl, if she's not matured, after marriage there will still be pregnancies. And with this pregnancy, what will happen to the girl? The SWEDD project has helped us a lot in the empowerment of women. They have provided us with a tractor. They trained our daughters who now drive the tractor. Thanks to this diverse support of NGOs, the women's group led by Sultan Ibrahim has won the hearts of the local women. What led me to create a group was in 1989 when I was in Kara in a neighboring village. There was a Belgian woman by the name Anita. I said to her, "You're going to assist us in Mani. Is that possible?" She said, "If you're going to form a group, they should have an objective, and I will assist them." We do market gardening, we grew onions, and the first step was to find 105 bags of onions. The country now has a law banning early marriage and a policy of empowering women. This policy has allowed parents to let their children continue school.
Chad has taken steps to eradicate this bad practice, notably the law banning early marriage. The project has succeeded in changing the behavior of parents, who not only send their girls to schools, but also let them stay there for longer to become leaders in Chad.
Today, the state empowerment policy and the support of NGOs are starting to yield results. The Chadian woman is being freed from subjection.
And now to Niger. Hassan Zouera of Niger's police was recently declared the 2021 winner of the United Nations Population Award. Zouera was recognized as a leader in the fight against gender-based violence and also for her contributions in making Niger a safer place for women and girls. Let's take a listen to more on her story.
In Niger, the government has taken stern action in the fight against gender-based violence directed towards minors and women. This police commissioner, Hassan Zouera, has been spearheading this new mission, and that is to protect women and minors against any form of violence in Niger. Her outstanding contribution to the people of Niamey has earned her the 2021 United Nations Population Award.
Je me sens honoré à travers ce prix.
I feel honored through this award. These were acts that I did as part of my mission to protect. I never thought that I would be distinguished one day for that. I was doing it selflessly. I wanted to work. I wanted to solve the problems of people coming to me.
With the financial support of the SWEDD project on women's empowerment in the Sahel, Niger has in recent months been actively helping women stabilize economically.
Women represent a little over 51% of the population here. What this means is that any development initiative without their participation is doomed to fail.
est voué à l'échec.
And so, SWEDD is in line with the government's priorities, which is the empowerment of women.
Comme l'autonomisation des femmes et dividendes démographiques au Sahel, j'ai nommé le SWEDD.
Already on its fifth year of implementation, several activities have been developed by SWEDD to ameliorate this important segment of the Nigerian society,
Développé par le SWEDD,
so as to also boost their income-generating activities.
Importante frange de la société nigérienne à la pratique d'activités génératrices de revenus.
With her distinction and exemplary work, the Police Commissioner Hassan Hausseize Zwera has been a role model to her colleagues and even the entire Nigerian people.
If you're just joining us, you are watching Inspire Africa with me, Jerry Fisayo Bambi. Now, Mr. Usman Kani is the Minister of Economic Affairs and Productive Sectors in Mauritania. He also chairs the Regional Steering Committee of the SWEDD project and joins me now from Nouakchott. It's good to have you with us. Mr. Kani. And thank you very much for joining us. So, first off, why are girls' education and the strengthening of women's leadership in the Sahel key points of this year's Stronger Together project?
Education is the way you have to go through for every individual, every child, boy or girl. Girls in the Sahel come from a historical handicap, so we need to fight this. For young girls, education is the foundation. Progress has been made since the conference in Beijing in 1995. But we know that girls in Africa, and in the Sahel in particular, are substantially behind in questions of leadership or education. It is the duty of the SWEDD program to make it a priority, which we are doing because it is through this that they will acquire their rights.
In light of the current health crisis, what is the project doing to currently help women and girls cope with the pandemic?
First, by accompanying states in their efforts to support populations in general. The SWEDD program insists in particular on actions to be taken to bring children to protect themselves, and by the distribution of kits with a targeted awareness on these young girls. So it is about protecting them more. I have to say that unlike other regions of the world, despite the pandemic, the Sahel has not been too much hurt by violence, by gender-based violence against young girls. But this is SWEDD's mission, to protect children.
Mr. Kani, what is your dream and ultimate goal for girls' education and female leadership?
I dream as you do. As any African citizen, I dream to see our sisters, our daughters, our grandchildren recovering their rights, flourishing, well-educated, occupying the spaces they deserve in the society, in any field, economic or social or political fields. I dream that they believe in themselves. I believe in their capabilities, in their potential.
I'd like to thank you very much. Thank you.
Un plaisir. Merci. Au revoir.
From Mauritania, we move on now to Benin, where we've got Madame Veronique Togni-Fode, the Minister of Social Affairs and Microfinance, joining us. It's good to have you with us, Madame Veronique. As a female minister, you embody this female leadership in key areas for women's empowerment. How does this make a difference for women and girls?
I have both a personal and professional commitment to empowerment, to women's leadership, and I think it's important for younger generations to have inspiring role models. Role models play an important role in how we see things and can help deconstruct the cliches and stereotypes that tend to perpetuate social and unequal norms in our society. This is the reason why the very first thing I have done in my my department was to deploy the Abasachi campaign, which means my body, I need to take care of it. It allows us to go to several schools to meet young girls and teenagers, to dialogue with them or to encourage them to develop their self-esteem, to adopt responsible behaviors by identifying the risks, to flee the easy solutions which are ephemeral, and especially to exhort and encourage them to believe in all the luck of success with hard work and determination.
As a minister in charge of social affairs and microfinance, how does microcredits for women change the situation of the community and the nation?
Studies have shown that women's economic empowerment is fundamental to poverty reduction and is a prerequisite for sustainable development, as women are at the heart of any development project. Investing in women's economic empowerment is the surest path to gender equality and poverty eradication, and then inclusive economic growth. Microcredit is a learning credit, if we can say that, to contribute to the economic empowerment of the disadvantaged through the development of income-generating activities and by strengthening the financial capacities of women, and especially their financial inclusion. And with microcredit, we can promote their personal development and enable them increased participation in social life. An evaluation of the former program has shown that, in general, access to credit contributes significantly to the empowerment of the living condition of households by increasing their sources of income.
Little money, big changes. This is often how microfinance is summarized. What are you doing in Benin to facilitate women's access to microcredits?
The government of Benin has made the issue of women's access to microcredit a real priority. To this end, several programs and reforms have already been initiated, and the issue of identification was fundamental, not only to have access to basic services, but also to obtain credit. And measures have been taken to reduce the costs of issuing land titles, which have been dematerialized, to allow for the improvement of the business environment and credit conditions. For women specifically, a microcredit program has been launched to help disadvantaged women to start or strengthen their activities. It is, for example, the Alafia microcredit. It aims to grant them credits between 30 and 50,000 CFA francs, which is around $100. The program is funded at 10 million CFA francs per year by the state and is accompanied by a large financial education campaign, which is, as you know, very important. In less than 9 months, the program has impacted more than 100,000 beneficiaries, for the majority who are, of course, women. The same program has issued biometric identification documents to over 30,000 women to enable them to access other essential services.
Madame Veronique Tognifode, I'd like to thank you very much.
Thank you.
And that's it on this episode of Inspire Africa. For more on the episode, you can go to Inspire Africa in the program section on Africanews.com. I am Jerry Fisaya Bambi, and I am leaving you with some of the images that caught our attention on social media. I'll see you some other time. Bye.
As seen on Our Everyday Africa, a woman watering her vegetable garden in Awel, South Sudan. Kenyan star actress Lupita Nyong'o celebrating her Emmy Award. And we find this on ROK Africa titled Waiting for the Weekend.